Welcome back. We're playing Stranded Alien Dawn again, and this is episode 2. This is a guided playthrough. I'm trying my best to offer tips and strategies of how to succeed. Hard difficulty is a lot harder than normal. It's a big jump up. And now with this new update, it may even be harder. Now my first attack, the first invasion, it went okay. It wasn't too bad. It was a typical overgrown insect invasion. And it was fine, but it can be a mixed one where you get much more stronger creatures attacking you. So right now we're researching antibiotics. It's almost done. We'll go for ale because it's quick, and then we'll get construction basics. Now, I did make a mistake. Apparently you can make you go for the wooden fence. You see the gaps there? So I guess you can shoot through them. So instead of going for the poles, try the wood fence at first. I thought they were all the same in terms of line of sight. But once I get construction basics researched, just build a platform, get your people on there, and it increases your range as well as line of sight. So we're harvesting our grain from the grain cob. We've got our smoke leaf field planted. I'm just going to get Ken to finish off building spears. It's great for when the creatures come within melee range. So the plan here for a bit, I'm just going to pause it, play for a bit, get that research done. You know, they're sleeping now, so not much is going to happen. Okay, so we got antibiotics researched. We've already had some. I set it up to produce that. We already got some. We got brewing, so that's going. And eventually I'll get pickling, and I'll use those 2 barrels for that. So right now we're just working on construction. So Ken just crafted bandages for the first time. So that's great. So bandages will be for bleeding and stuff. Antibiotics for colds and infections. Now almost everyone has a spear. And I got 2 shooting targets, so I can use that for entertainment. And we scavenged another synthetic helm. So like scavenging is really great. Just hoping I can get pistol or pulse rifle. That would be amazing. As you can see, I added expanded the shelter area. And I'm thinking I'll build up here eventually. Just gonna start off really small. The main thing is to get construction basics, which is going quite fast, so it'll help a ton for defense. So another thing we'll probably do is just get some traps here because it doesn't hurt. It's quick to make. So just want to slow these guys down as much as possible. Okay, so they're sleeping again. I'll just put in another pause. Okay, so there's another attack coming. We'll see where they're coming from. So I'll just stop that scavenge up there. So we got construction basics just in time. I'm just going to do wooden floors, and they're not that strong. You press the X button to raise it up. And they'll climb. You don't need a ladder. People can climb that. Some people are calling it the pocket ladder. So I'll get Quinn to do that straight away. So this will just give us more range because we're elevated. And we'll have a line of sight over this fence. So I think it's just, it's just Katina that doesn't have a spear equipped. So I'll get her one. Now we'll all have a spear. But it's summertime, so he doesn't need a jacket. So, actually, let's just look at what's attacking. Okay, so they're coming. So, this is an explosive Scarabine. Now, I never saw these before until the new update. So these are the basic ones. And I have seen some that they're called overgrown Scarabine, and they're right there, 50 hit points, 50 health. Doesn't look too bad. We got about 5 or 6 explosive ones. We'll see what they do. I don't know if just gonna manually draft them this time. Because I want Quinn to finish off that wood platform. You see Katina, as she gets higher, her range increases. So it's very useful making these platforms. And it protects them for a short while. You know, it's only 70 integrity. Okay, so these explosives Scarabine seems like a poison cloud or something. Oh, so I have to, Quinn got that, but I forgot to draft him. So I'll get Quinn up there. See, it's so much more challenging. So I might actually just target these explosive ones first. Because it's dark, it's really hard to, oh man, this is really bad. So that one's down. These guys are too close. And I can't aim for these ones. I'm just going to move him over. No, please don't climb down. Not sure why they're doing that. So I'm going to get them to run away. Oh, Ken now too. And we'll just run back. Why is... I guess because they just fell. There. We'll get them to run. See, this is much tougher. Actually, we just want to run in through here. I'm gonna get Ken to go up there. And Laura will just kind of lure them out here. Okay. It's not so bad, actually. A lot of these guys are almost dead. So let's see what that did to our health. So we're down to 7, 6. This looks horrible. But actually, they're dying so quickly. I mean, this is insane for such an early attack. So combat level is 2. And I didn't have a pistol for some reason. So it's going to control R. Now they can go and rest. Yeah, it's very challenging. And you know what's too is that some of them just went straight to the wall, straight to the fence there. And so I'm thinking that they updated their pathfinding sort of AI. I mean, this is kind of close, but it's not super close. So maybe next time I'll position them closer to the entrance. Just try to get them to come through here and then get my guys up onto the platform. So I'm going to get her to... She's the best healer. Get her to heal Ken, who's the second best healer. When they heal themselves, especially when their healing is low, they can make things worse, but she's bleeding, so she has to. 7 per hour is pretty bad. If she was laying down, I would have just healed her. Hopefully she can manage that. Her healing is 0, so it's really a bad idea. Just gonna have her wait. And as soon as she lays down, I'll send over Katina to heal her. She'll be okay though. Just wait for the animation to complete, and then you can do it. And it kind of is 2 per hour, so I'm going to just stop their bleeding first. And then I'll finish healing Ken. Yeah, I had a difficult start there without having a pistol. And I haven't bothered to try to hunt animals because a bow is much more limited. And I was hoping I'd find some with salvaging, but I'm not sure if it's a hard difficulty, but it seems less likely in my playthroughs that when you're salvaging, you'll get weapons. It's random though, so it's hard to confirm that. Just gonna heal. Oops, wrong person. Just gonna heal Ken. Get him to stop bleeding. Or heal Quinn, I mean. And we'll get Ken up and running. I'll just focus on Ken now. Yeah, so I'll just pause the recording for now, get them healed, get this repaired, and I'll focus on getting some research done. I started off with the fuel fermentation breakthrough, so I'll want to do that as well. Luckily, I found over 100 fuel just from scavenging, which is amazing. So just pause it for a bit, and we'll see what happens next. Okay, we're in a heat wave now. We just researched long distance travel, so that's great. We got lots of wood, so I'm just going to go and build a room, and I'll make it out of wood. So press Z, put that right to the bottom. This is a nice flat area, so I kind of figured, this would be a good spot, I guess. And so for the rooms, it's 4x5 gives you plus 18 to happiness for a bedroom. So I might just do that a couple times. 4x5. Just make sure I'm not messing it up. 5x4. Just gonna create 3 bedrooms to begin with, I think. And we'll build up a little towards here. Five. So for this one, I'm just going to do it manually. Just going to do 5x6, so yeah, it's very tricky when you're building these. Sometimes it just doesn't, it's just a little bit higher with the foundation, and it doesn't look right. So I'm just going to do that manually again. I buy 6 because I want, I guess the elevation here is a little bit higher. Yes, that's frustrating. I'm just going to do that over. I'll just quickly pause it here and I'll get this corrected. Okay, so we're being attacked again. I was working on getting the building set up. So we'll have 4 4x5 rooms, which should give plus 18 to happiness. So can you get Laura to come back? And I'll get Ken and Quinn. Actually, I'm going to put them back here. Katina is hauling some grain, so let's let her get closer. So it's 43, but it's just the little guys. So I'm hoping it won't be too bad. I'm just going to press Control R. Get them all down here. I think last time I was a little bit too close to the fence. Okay, so there's a big... No, he's small. So possibly I can get them up here now. Still get Ken and Quinn. I'll put Laura and Katina at the back. Let's see how we do this time. Not super great, because we only have bows. So I might just do another escape. I'll just run back here. See what Quinn's injury is. It's superficial. We're just gonna run back inside. We'll target these guys first. Wow, there's a lot. This is 22, but I want to be careful. Just pick them off. Just gonna run down here. Okay, can't get inside. So I'm gonna get Ken back up on there. Quinn. Oh, they can go right through there. That's okay. We can kind of lure them away. We're going to target those guys. So Ken's already fallen. So I'll get Ken to run out here as soon as he can stand up. There we go. So it's just 10, so it's not too bad now. They can take out these guys. It's just 4, that's fine. Yeah, so it's been very challenging without a pistol, and so just let them go. Undrafted them, and we'll see what their health is like. So Laura's just bleeding a bit. Guess Quinn's a little bit injured. So I'll get Ken, like usual, just to heal Katina. Shouldn't take too long. Laura's doing okay, it's not that bad. So Ken's healed up. Just one more. And then Katina. Why Laura isn't? I guess because she's on a binge. Let's get Katina to heal Quinn. And just double click these to select a bunch of them, and I'll get those butchered eventually. But yeah, I think this will be good. I got most of the supplies here already. About 50%. I'll need to get a lot more wood. But I got some evergreen trees growing. I believe they grow faster. You don't get as much wood. But that should be good. And yeah, so since they're sleeping, I'll see if... so Laura's been treated. So I'll just do another pause in the recording. Get the house built. We're working on spaceship deconstruction. Oh, a fallen rescue pod. Object resembling a rescue pod fell in the distance. What if there... I haven't gotten this before. What if there are survivors? Oh my. So I have just researched hot air balloons. So I was going to do fuel fermentation, coffee, and tea. But I'll definitely have to do metal refinement. And I'm actually going to, if you just like shift click it, this will save. But it'll just put that ahead. Because I'm sure that that pod crashing, there's probably a time limit. So I'm going to get that researched. I'm going to head out and see if there's any survivors to rescue, and that'll be great. Before I do that, I'll just get Katina to cook some food. Okay, I'll put a little pause in the recording. Okay, so I got the balloon built, got the refinement thing researched and built, and I got 10 metal alloys, and it's time to send Quinn on the expedition. So I still had a day and 17 hours, but the travel time is only 4 hours. And Quinn does things faster with expeditions, so it won't take long. You got the furnaces researched. So I haven't done I got that done really quick, but I still have to consider trying to repair things and... Okay, here's the results. I haven't got this expedition before. This will be interesting. Oh, I'm too late. A mangled body lies twisted on the ground not far from a crash site. It looks like they got attacked by something. So bury the poor soul and do some scavenging. Well, it's random whether the person's alive or not. I got there soon enough. Didn't take me too long to get there. So see what he scavenges. And what's Ken doing? Well, Ken's gathering all this wood, so that's excellent. Okay, got a new resource, power cells. And a bunch of scrap metal, so that's good. Okay, I'll put in their pause and we'll get this house built. Okay, because I have liquid fuel and I got metal alloys, I could research flamethrowers. And so Quinn's building the flamethrowers. There's a new attack. It's got a lot of baddies. You know, the overgrown ones with 50 hit points. The explosive ones. And there seems to be a lot more of the more difficult Scarabai. So Quinn is getting these flamethrowers built. And that'll be huge. So I'll actually move that one right there. Get Ken to move that. Let's make sure everyone is... Well, Laura will come back soon. So that'll be a huge help. They must have attacked something. There was 46. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, let's get everyone ready. And I'm going to put them back here so I can lure them through the opening. Just going to speed it up. So that's weird, they're going way back here. Now I'm going to have to walk towards the middle. Just going to slow it down to regular speed. So I really don't want them... Oh man. It's hard to prevent that, I guess. So I'm just going to start getting them up here. Yeah, it's too bad that I think they must have made a change. Maybe this is a little bit too tight. But at least I can lure them through by the flamethrowers. And all these guys, they're going to be dead because they're going to come through there. So, I'm getting the numbers down. I think I'll abandon ship. Probably run out this way. Oh, did I almost get hit? Let's just double check that. Yeah, so Katina got burnt. They both got burnt. We're just gonna run down here. We'll just lure them. These guys explode, so I don't want to be too close. Man, this is so much tougher this time. I went up here this time. There we go. Man, they're not cooperating. So I should be able to kill that guy. Good. I'll get that one. Come on. So these guys will target him. Okay, good. That guy's full health. So I'll Laura attack them. That's really close. Yeah, this is so challenging. You really up the difficulty in this game, which is nice. But they went for those turrets quite quickly. So we're just going to stand our ground and... Okay, what's the damage from that? It's a blast wound. It's not good. It's not the end of the world. So let's see who's bleeding the most. I think it's Katina. Well, we survived that, and now they have flamethrowers. I can really boost it up, and I'll put flamethrowers. It was suggested to kind of like beef up the corners, and that might help. But I'm really enjoying the new update they have. I think it's really great that we get a diversity in the attacks. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video.